if you can explain what is the crack?
Hey, the crack.
How can I have the crack? What's the crack?
What is the crack? You are the crack.
Before we get into the rest of the episode, I just wanted to talk to you about our presenting sponsor, our favorite sponsor. If it wasn't for Dub, that's Dub App, dubapp.com-Billy. We would not be podcasting right now. Thank you to Dub. Dub's made me a good amount of money. Dub is the marketplace for investing. They've built a marketplace where you can copy the investments of great traders or be the traders who get copied. Guess how rich people grow their wealth over time? Intergenerational wealth. They put tons of money into these hedge funds that give them insane returns that beat the market. And guess what? Dub brings those same types of services to you. It's democratizing the access to hedge funds. Dub is bringing the concepts of picking people instead of stocks to invest to the masses. Today, you need millions to invest in a top hedge fund manager. Now, all you need is Dub. Portfolios based on politicians, insiders, and hedge funds. Users have built portfolios that track their public trade filings. One of the top performers is the Pelosi portfolio. It's up over 70% this year. The portfolios are built by up-and-coming traders. Users have also built portfolios that trade tons of unique strategies. Some of them are beating Pelosi now of thousands of copiers. Best part is no one can fake their performance. You know why? Because unlike all these other copy trading apps that don't actually do what they advertise, Dub is the first regulated copy trading platform. The company is regulated. Dub Capital is an SEC registered investment advisor, and Dub Financial is a broker-dealer member of FINRA, just like Fidelity or Schwab. They are also SIPC insured up to $500K. Trades happen automatically. And then once I press copy, everything happens automatically. So guess what? I threw $1,000 in there. I literally haven't checked the app, and I don't have to check the stock market every day. All I have to do is just see how much money these portfolios I put my money into have made me. It's honestly awesome. I'm going to check right now how much I'm up. And it's really easy. You don't have to be like, oh, what stock's up? What stock's down? All I have to do is know that there's someone else who's watching that all day, every day, and making those decisions for me. It's honestly amazing. So Dub app is coming up right now. I put 1,000 in a couple weeks ago. And now I have $1,070 in 1 month. I'm up 7%. And you can get some money in Dub too. If you sign up for a 1-week trial of Dub, cancel at any time. You can invite friends and get $20 each. So if you're in a fantasy football group chat, 20 dudes, send in your referral link. You get $20 for them each. That's $400 that you can instantly start investing into some of the portfolios that they offer. It's really awesome app. It's a really awesome concept. It's something you exactly should have been looking for. Copy politicians. Election season's coming up. See who gets in office. See who's going to have high-ranking positions that might influence some of their stock picks in some insider sort of way. So Barstool Sports is a paid promoter for Dub and receives compensation for the promotion of its services. This is not investment advice. Past performance does not guarantee future results. And now, back to Rone, where we have some amazing crack. Welcome to Audio Crack. We have a reoccurring guest today, one of our best guests ever. People have been clamoring to have you back.
Don't say that. Don't gas me
No,
up,
I'm
bro.
not gassing you up. It's been in the comments. Bring Rone back. No worries.
My bad.
We'll keep it rolling. Don't
Keep it
worry.
rolling, bro. That was it was Dave's guy. It was Austin.
Okay. Do you want to answer it?
No. It's a covert operation.
Okay. We can keep it covert.
Don't you love a covert operation?
We can
bro?
keep the covert op. No, I'm all about the covert ops. So we have Rone on today.
Yeah.
Rone, thank you so much.
What's up, Beast, bro? How the show's been great, man. I love seeing the clips. I had such a good time last time. I've been clamoring to get on and my damn self. So I'm in lockstep with anybody who wanted me back, even if that even is true. But I feel like I've had some scheduling bullshit getting in the way. But I've been dead serious about wanting to chop it up because I feel like we had a fun ass conversation last time.
Oh yeah. I mean, today, a lot of drama in the office.
Yeah.
You've been around for it. I haven't heard your take on it specifically. I heard the idea for Tate to come to New York was out of your mind.
That was, I sent Dave that idea, but it was like
It's valid. It's valid. Like
it's valid. Yeah.
come atone for your sins. Like face the music.
But that's not even that wasn't even my exact perspective on it. My perspective was he did great numbers in New York. Like, why not have him out here? If he does great numbers out here, I crunched the numbers and he did 16 million Twitter video views while he was in New York. He did 6 million the week before in Chicago, 2 million the week before that in Chicago, and a $500,000 the week before that in Chicago. So between week 1 and week 4, that's a 32x increase in video views. So that's like just good mathematics. Like, why not? If he can whip everybody into shape and fucking be a good role model around here, like, great. Like, why not have that?
I mean, honestly, I'm sort of, there's a lot of people in the office with differing opinions. We're gonna have a vote. We'll see how that goes. But I sort of like, have him around. Like, I just think it's better. It's more embarrassing for him to now have to be here after how he acted, instead of being like, oh, I can go fuck up. Like, when you go to a party of people you don't know
and probably don't like.
Yeah, and you just like fuck some shit up, like you and your boys. That's a pretty douchey thing to do. We've grown out of that. But
one of my boys in college, he went to a party at Temple, and they were being dickheads to him. And he was like in his first year of trade school. So he went to Temple for a year, then he was in trade school for a year, but still going to Temple parties. And he went into the basement of the party after they were being a dickhead, and he knew how to like work the water valves, and he like flooded their basement. Like,
oh my God,
flat out dickhead thing to do.
Yeah.
But that's basically what Tate did in here.
Yeah.
He just came in and like flooded our basement and was like, and we're like, no, come live in the house with the flooded basement, bro. It's like,
I have a similar story.
Yeah.
Me and a couple of my teammates in college, we went to visit a big school near us, and we knew one kid in this frat. This one kid had just transferred it to this school and like rushed this frat, and he had us all over to his frat. And then, shit happens. Like, all the frat guys are like, who are you guys at some point? And we're all just like, it was the first time we went from a football team, and we were a very small school, so we just partied with the football guys, to like regular sized college students. So we were all just kind of like, oh shit, like no one's going to fuck us up here. So we just started like going wild in the whole frat. We're like throwing chairs at us. It turned into like a huge brawl.
A world star hip hop style melee.
Yeah, and then at some point, someone hit the fire alarm, and the whole frat was like coming out to the street, and then a riot started outside the frat. It was UMass. UMass. I'll just admit it.
That's a perfect UMass story.
Statute of limitations,
and that's probably standard. That's like probably happens twice a week at UMass, at least.
Then the cops came, and my buddy got arrested for inciting a riot.
No. Buddha Ben has like a inciting the riot charge too. A riot charge too.
How's he doing?
I think he's doing good.
Yeah, I remember.
It was just his birthday. Happy birthday to Buddha Ben. Shout out to Buddha.
Buddha, please come on the podcast. Would love to have you on.
Bro, he would crush it on this show. His mind is open. His third eye's open.
Oh yeah, very open. His art is insane, and his clothing brand, it blew up, right?
And his clothing brand mixes his art. It's like a very wholesome creative venture that he's doing and pushing. So yeah, great to see him doing well. But why do you think it is that like that when dudes like get to college or like turn that age, that there's just like this unbridled like desire for like destruction and chaos? Do you think it's half brain? Do you think it's testosterone? Do you think it's freedom? Combination of all those, or what do you attribute it to?
I think it's a combination of all three. One, probably you have the highest testosterone of your life. It's just all declining from there. Two, your prefrontal cortex is not developed at all. Three, unbridled access to alcohol. Like usually if you have access to alcohol before then, it's in like someone's basement, the parents are upstairs, and you're half-assed like, oh shit, like we can't fuck around too much because, Mr. Something's going to come downstairs and send us all home.
You got to go home at some point before that. Like before you're in college, like you have to go and make a curfew or make your parents believe you're not drunk or whatever.
Lord of the Flies mentality. There's no laws exactly. There are, but like, on a college campus, you can be drunk and disorderly and not get picked up a lot of the times. Frat houses are sort of, in the houses that usually are rented around campus are already kind of shitholes because like people have just been partying. There's like a lack of respect from the people within the house that you pick up on.
That makes sense. And there's there's like some of the guys at a frat, maybe the older guys at a frat have like an inherent disrespect for the house. And they're like, we could do anything here. And like they throw a keg through some drywall or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So outside of the testosterone thing, why do you think girls don't act that way?
Probably. Well, I think a lot of them do.
You think
just
so?
in different ways.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm trying to think of the examples, but I don't know.
I mean, girls fight. There's some like girls fight in college, not at the same clip, probably.
Yeah.
Girls definitely get fucking banged up and get wasted
Yeah.
in college. There's some girl houses in college that I remember being like filthy, but
Yeah.
I don't think any of it is to that level. And I don't know if women just develop earlier. I just heard that kindergarten is the new first grade, and that young girls are fucking killing it in like a way that young boys aren't.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they're like they develop earlier, but they're also more conditioned to be able to sit still and kind of be good girls, while it's like boys maybe have like
Hyperactivity.
slower development. They just want to run around and shit like that.
It's probably the prefrontal cortex. I think I read that develops faster in women.
But to that extent, even at like for a 5-year-old or whatever.
Not sure about that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Purely hormonal. Have you read the stories of the trans women to men transitioners who start shooting up T, like testosterone, and then get like super crazy thoughts of violence, and they're just like, oh my god, like I didn't know this was a thing.
And you're like, welcome to my mind. Welcome to the hell that I've been living in this entire time. Yeah,
you wanted to be a man?
Well, here it is. You didn't know it was going to be all this
Intrusive thoughts. You didn't think that. No, but there's a whole like journal article that I read from this man who was just like, I was on the subway and I had a violent thought about every man and a sexual thought about every woman in the car. And it's like,
welcome home. We've been keeping a seat warm for you.
It's just like, I think to some respects is like a adolescent male, you deal with that, but like you just get used to it, you know, like, I don't know.
Right. It's like, I remember dudes on my bus in high school, like early on, like the older kids on my bus being like, I drive past every girl I drive past. I'm like, would I fuck her? Would I not fuck her? And every dude I go past, I'm like, could I fuck him up or could he fuck me up? And I think that there's probably some like you get that fresh hit of testosterone in your brain, and these feelings are awakened anew in these people.
And the craziest thing is like all the stuff like Joe Rogan's on is what they give to transitioning women to men.
So he's doing gender affirming care?
He's doing gender affirming care.
No.
He's affirming his ass at all.
Oh, damn.
But it's something to be said. There is a little hypocrisy there, but hey, each their own.
Yeah, totally. Dude, you just mentioned intrusive thoughts. And this is a thought that I've been it's not an intrusive thought, but something I've been thinking a lot about. You know Neuralink, obviously.
Yeah.
That they put like little wires into your brain, and they're like tested it on one person, and then they're testing it on 30 people this year. And the first person they tested it on was this paraplegic guy, and he had these little wires in his brain. And when he was playing games, he could play chess, and he would move the chess pieces just by his thoughts, just by what he thought. He could make something happen. And it wasn't his eyes moving, it was just his thoughts. And eventually some of them popped out, and the wires had to get kind of put back in. But if you can do something just by thinking about it, how would Neuralink account for intrusive thoughts? Like, say you have a fucking intrusive thought at like a party, like, I'm going to smash this fucking beer bottle over someone's head, or I'm going to fucking throw this baby off a balcony or some shit like that. How does Neuralink separate a real thought from an intrusive thought?
I mean, I guess they're in different parts of the brain.
You think so?
I'll say it because I think the places they were hooking it up were more like imagining, whereas like I think you have to visualize the movement from what I picked up. So like you would visualize moving the cursor that way. And like they track what that looks like electrically in your brain. So they have that like blueprint of, okay, when you think about moving the cursor left, it looks like this, moving it right, it looks like that, moving it up, it looks like that. That's why it's like, if an intrusive thought comes in, they don't recognize the thought pattern.
They must have thought about this. You know what I mean? That probably makes sense. And I'd love to see a neural scan to see which part of the brain is lighting up when there is an intrusive thought. But like, I mean, I hope this clip makes it over to the good folks over at Neuralink, dude. I hope they're thinking about intrusive thoughts.
Well, I think if they stimulate certain parts of the brain, it stops the thoughts. I think they've been doing that with, various different like PTSD, depression, like ideation. They just like have found the part of the brain that those are originating with, and they just like zap it.
Really?
And they just like keep it
They
stimulated.
cauterize the fucking
Yeah.
intrusive thought part of the brain.
Just like no more. I don't know. I mean, schizophrenia is just like that times 1,000,000. Scary stuff.
It is super scary because it also has such a high correlation with suicide too. Because people
Yeah.
probably just want to get out of their own fucking mind.
Yeah. I mean, if Neuralink, you can hook up and like it figures that out, that would save a lot of lives in many ways. But another, positive, Bay Area startup claims it developed two-way communication between people via dreams. So
Whoa.
through a certain same type of Neuralink setup, they figured out how two people can like go into each other's dreams, basically.
Whoa.
Yeah, so this actually just happened on September 24th, which was a month ago, but pretty recent. So Michael Randuga is a CEO of REM Space and showed pictures of the participants. So basically, for example, when this participant found himself in a lucid dream, our server sent him a random word, so nobody knew what word it would be. And in a lucid dream, he replied, Randuga said while pointing to a board with participants' pictures on it, our servers detected his reply and confirmed that it was right. And when the next person found herself in a lucid dream, we sent his answer to her and she repeated it as well.
Whoa. What the fuck?
That's crazy.
Full on Inception. So
Yeah.
do these people need to know how to lucid dream to be able to do this? Or like, can they manufacture a lucid dream? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like there's ways that you can learn to lucid dream. Like I used to try to do it. They were like every hour of the day, you're supposed to ask yourself, am I dreaming? And you say no. And am I dreaming? You say no. And then eventually your brain will start to say, am I dreaming? And like as a reflex. And then at one point you'll be like, am I dreaming? And you'll be like, yes.
Yeah.
And it'll come around that. And I think there's other ways to
The red
learn.
light, we did an episode on this. If you flash red light in someone's eyes while they're closed, their dreams start going red. And that's their indicator. Oh, I'm in a dream.
Really?
My big one is if a nightmare starts, I'm like, I've trained myself. And this is taking many years. I used to have terrible nightmares.
Really?
I was like, oh, fuck, things chasing me. What the fuck? Then I'm like, this isn't real. No, I'm in a nightmare. This level of fear I've never felt in the real world, like eerie fear. I'm just like, boobs, 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 boobs. And it gets me out of there. And I get into like a horny.
And they just like pop up.
Then it's like,
bubble
oh,
wrap,
sex dream. Yeah. And then it's like, we just changed the vibe. Then it's like lucid sex. No, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's everyone's goal with lucid dreaming.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah. You're trying to get into like some freak off Diddy party in your brain.
That's what this guy, the head of REM Lab or whatever, is definitely just trying to get into some freak offs where there's no fucking. It's probably like the dream of guys who watch too many episodes of SVU. So there's no DNA evidence of your freak off that you had. It's this purely mental fucking space of sexuality you can get into.
Just a giant orgy in your brain.
Yeah.
If you like think that way, that's because my nightmares trigger my lucid dreams because I'm like, or I wake myself up. Realistically, I wake myself up. I'm like, oh, this is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. Wake up. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Dreams are inherently non-consensual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for the most part, for probably 99.9% of people, if you can't lucid dream, your dreams are non-consensual. They're happening to you without your desire, say so, or allowance. It's like, so if someone's coming into your dream to fuck you,
you fuck them.
I guess, dude, or else it's the R word, bro. It's something nasty. If the fucking leader of REM Labs is just sending bogeys into my dreams to have sexual experiences with me or whatever, that's not cool with me.
When the monster's chasing you, just sex him.
Wait, bitch. Now you're in my nightmare. The monster's running away from you.
Yeah. Oh God, that's a hunting dream. Turns out,
what does that mean?
Hunters have hunting dreams. So like, I think it's a lot like sports dreams, like dreaming about sports. So like when you're I haven't hunted enough to have a hunting dream,
right?
But I could imagine it's like the simulated chase that they're looking for. So like there's so many different types of dreams. I have a lot of the football dreams. Like somehow I'm able to play again, but then either it's like a great dream where something great happens, or like I can't grip the football, and like I can't, like when I'm throwing, it's like I'm trying to punch the monster. It doesn't work.
Isn't it crazy how dreams are these like songwriter, artistic level allegories of things that are going on in our life, that it's almost like this beautiful imagery that our mind is subconsciously creating, where it's like you can always look up what it means to not be able to pick up the football in your dream. You know what I mean? It means something about what's going on. And it's almost like this crazy parallel that your brain is just creating on behalf of you to try and explain what's going on to you. It's fucking insane.
It's like you can't control something in your life. And you're trying to do something, but you can't control it. That's what that dream, I think, means.
It's got to.
And it's like the other one is like when your teeth fall out in your dreams, which is a highly occurring one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means like you either can't, you regret something that you said, or either you're smoking or dipping a lot, doing something orally that you regret.
I've also heard, lying. It's like if you lied or something like that, then that like a tooth falling out or something correlated to that. But it's nuts that also people have the same correlating dreams.
Yeah.
When it's like I guess it's probably like ancestrally people's teeth fell out a lot more than they have over the last 200 years.
True.
You know, like dentistry has gone through the roof. So maybe there's just like how some dogs, like you said, have the hunt in them. Some dogs are just wild animals and have these instincts. Maybe we just have the instinct to be afraid of our fucking teeth falling out or something like that. I don't know. Why would everybody have that same dream? You know, why would everybody have that same thing? Different countries, different languages.
And that's what they think the monster dreams are from, is from like large predators chasing us.
It makes sense.
So like a bear in the middle of the night chasing you, that's a monster. Like the teeth. If you look at like a lot of the monsters we've created in horror movies, big teeth, the uncanny valley is another one where stuff looks kind of human, but it's not, creeps us out, which is supposed to be like if we encountered like Neanderthals in the wild. And they're like, oh my God, they look like us, but they're not us. And then it's like, oh God.
And that it was so scary and impactful to someone's brain that it was coded into their DNA in a way that could transcend hundreds of years, dozens of generations, millions. Yeah. Like it's insane.
It was millions of years of like compacting to get us to this point. It's pretty wild. I mean, humanity has gone back a lot longer than just like the 5,000 years we've recorded.
But that's not what the Bible says.
Hey, depends on who you talk to. I'm quoting a Rogan episode, but apparently there legit is something in Ethiopia that has radiation that causes these monks that protect it to get like carcinomas or cataracts, like, and basically die within months of like getting elected to protect this thing and sit with it. And basically they think it's the Ark of the Covenant, like
what?
Indiana Jones, burn your eyes off. Like it's in Ethiopia, and Ethiopia is one of the first Christian, I think it is the first Christian country.
And they've never been conquered. One of three nations in the world has never been conquered.
Yeah.
Dude, I think we talked a little Ethiopia last time.
Yeah, we did.
Wait, should I text my search what this is? I'll text my Ethiopian boy.
So
I'll see if he has any inside info, because bro is woke to shit, bro. He'll get to the bottom of it real fucking fast.
It's kept in the chapel of the tablet in the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion in Axum, Ethiopia. So they basically are like, yeah, we have the Ark of the Covenant, and it's guarded by a virgin monk who recites psalms and burns incense before it. So yeah.
Wait, say it again so I could just write it down. What I'm asking him, what do you know about
the Ark of the Covenant in the chapel of the tablet in Axum, AXUM?
The Ark of the Covenant at the chapel of the tablet?
Yeah, let me text it to you right now.
No, I can write it.
It's pretty long, but
AXOM?
Yeah, AXUM.
Axum, Ethiopia?
Yeah. But sounds insane. So, and they're all
crazy.
They're all like, yeah, this is the covenant. I'm surprised the Nazis didn't go and try to get it.
Well, they probably tried, and Ethiopia stood on business. They were like, you can't conquer us.
Dude.
You can't do shit to us.
Yeah.
I know the Italians tried, and so maybe they were trying through the Nazis.
Yeah.
The Italians tried to
Apparently
conquer Ethiopia.
the covenant like did do like to the Philistines who invaded Jerusalem. They opened it up on the Philistines and it blew them all up, like straight up nuke type disaster.
Damn.
So pretty wild stuff.
Let me see what my boy knows about it, because I mean he might not text back right away, but he's woke the shit, bro. He's on top of it, so he might know. Did you watch the Indiana Jones movie with the Ark of the Covenant ever?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it melts their face off. And
yeah,
so like
it is pretty fucking
and
sweet.
Apparently, the one virgin monk who like basically dies praying to this thing like every couple years, like just gets his face melted off.
Damn, it's not him. It's fucking Tommy Smokes texting me, bro. Leave me alone, dude. I'm trying to get to the bottom of an ancient fucking mystery. I don't need to hear about an out of order sketch,
dude. Donnie and I should go there and just figure it out.
I think you definitely should.
I'm just gonna solo dolo it.
Or yeah, just ride out there and be like, "What are you guys up to out here?"
I'm gonna text Dave. This might get his attention. Dave, would you finance a trip for me to go find the Ark of the Covenant
in Ethiopia?
In Ethiopia,
that would be amazing.
Everyone knows where it is. No one's, done anything about it. I think I should do something about it.
You have to, bro. It would be doing people such a disservice if you turned into Indiana Jones. Like, what age in his life did Indiana Jones become Indiana Jones?
Well, there's young Indiana Jones.
Oh,
TV show.
Yeah.
That was on the History Channel. That was dope. That was him during
dope.
World War I when he was a soldier. And he was doing all sorts of spy shit everywhere. He got locked up in one of the castles with a bunch of other Americans under German control. But he was also traveling before that, before he enlisted. But young Indiana Jones, he's got some mythos.
Did you ever watch the Indiana Jones? I forget which movie it was where maybe it's the Temple of Doom, where they go to India.
Yeah.
That movie, like, as a child, basically was like, it made me like scared of going to India. It basically made them seem like it made Indian, they were like eating fucking bugs and like eyeballs and shit like that. It was like basically designed to make like young Americans who liked Hollywood movies racist against Indian bros.
Yeah.
It was nasty, bro. It was nasty work. They're just like, it's all spooky and everybody's doing incantations, swaying back and forth. They're enslaving little kids.
Eating monkey brains.
Eating monkey brains.
Yeah.
Right? And remember the white girls like all fucking scared of it or whatever?
Yeah. And then Short Round.
Yeah, bro. Short Round was killing it.
Short Round's the dude.
Short Round was fucking saving everybody. And there's like scorpions, all these like fucking bugs and shit like that.
That guy just reaches into a dude's chest and pulls out his heart.
He pops his heart out, dude.
I mean, that's, what was that, 80s Hollywood?
Yeah.
That was pretty dope. George Lucas.
Did you ever watch Roadhouse?
Honestly, I didn't.
You have to watch Roadhouse. There's a scene at the end, it's not spoiling anything, where he's in a fight with a dude who's like, the dude basically, his last words are, "I used to fuck dudes like you in prison." And then right after that, the lead from Roadhouse, I think it's Swayze. Is it Swayze?
Does he die of...
He reaches into the guy's throat and fucking pulls the guy's throat out.
Oh, that's sick.
It's sick.
Yeah.
You would fucking love Roadhouse. Knowing what I know about you, you got to watch the original. The new one, garbage. The old one, fucking incredible.
I do need to watch Roadhouse.
You'd be so into it.
R.I.P. Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, R.I.P. Swayze. I think it's Swayze.
Yeah.
It's like in that Swayze, Chuck Norris, Steven Seagal kind of adjacent 80s, like
I'm surprised.
Martial arts shit.
I'm surprised that Stallone wasn't in it. But he was in Over the Top.
Yes, which I never saw.
Yeah, that's another just roided up movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those bros were on roids for sure back in the day.
Oh my God, they probably ripped it. I mean, now all the Marvel bros are roiding.
Oh yeah. The dude Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Roids.
Kumail
Nanjiani.
Yeah. Sorry.
Big roids.
That was too obvious.
Yeah, that was big. He's like, big fucking Hugh Jackman. Roids.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
Did you see the picture of him in the original Wolverine to now?
Yeah. I mean,
good for him.
At least they're doing the expensive stuff that like, isn't as harmful. Like some of these fitness, these TikTok guys, these fitness industry guys who are just like literally doing levels of insane steroids at like 18, 21, and literally they're going to die.
Where are they getting these roids from?
These, A lot of it's legal,
Right.
and a lot of it's like straight up beef chemicals to like create more beef in cattle.
Oh my
Like
God.
trenbolone is supposed to have higher meat yield for your cattle.
What?
So you're supposed to inject like these capsules into the back of your cattle's like neck, and then it's just supposed to leak this chemical throughout its entire lifespan so it can grow so much faster so that you can like, you don't have to feed them for as long. It's just like, they talk about all the chemicals in our food. This like makes it way more profitable to produce beef. Like,
What activates it in humans? Do you have to exercise to make this shit work?
well, I think you have to use like another anabolic steroid for it to like really kick in, or it'll just like make you fat.
But so it's like you use Tren, you use the other anabolic steroid, and you do have to work out a bunch.
You do. If you don't, I think you just get like low body fat, and then just like certain anabolic muscles.
But that sounds awesome too. Just low body fat. That sounds
But you
fucking
don't even
great.
have to work out that much. Like this guy Togi, who like blasts steroids, who like is huge on gambling streams. He doesn't even work out, and he's just like low key jacked. And then
What about Sam Sulek?
Sam is one of those guys where it's like you're
Natty?
No.
I'm joking.
Bro, dude, his skin, he's like got the acne on his skin. I'm like, dude, why would you pump yourself this? Like, he's the Bob Ross of lifting, though. He like just slowly narrates and like breathes heavily because he's like literally got too much muscle mass. He's like,
It is
like, scary.
It's fun to watch, honestly. I hope my phone picks it up because I haven't been seeing his videos in a while. So I hope my phone's listening to me enough where they can start feeding me Sam Sulek back in my algo.
Dude, the Trend twins are my favorite.
The Tren twins?
They're these two dudes and they're just muscle hamsters, and they're twins, and they're jacked like on so much gear, but like you can tell that their body was like built to be bowling balls, like Guidos, and they just lift heavy, and like one of them just popped their pec
No.
benching 650 pounds, and he's like so like put back, like he's like, dude, I can't do arms for like 6 months, and they're like, everyone's mourning
They're
Mikey,
just sad.
Manic Mike, like
They're having
shout
a
out Manic
fucking-
Mike. Trend twins, please come on Audio Crack, come to the Barstool office, you guys, and then we got to catch a lift together because these guys are muscle.
Bro, you don't even.
hamsters.
Why would you even want to lift with a dude that's putting up 650?
Their energy, man. Just like their energy when they're
slapping
lifting.
the shit out of each other
They're
like
just
Albert
like,
Hainsworth.
I'm like, holy fuck, dude. Like I mean, like watching their TikToks, like getting amped in the weight room. But
I wonder how the dudes justify doing these steroids, because I do really applaud the guys who are doing steroids and are upfront and honest about
Yeah.
it. But how do they justify the potential downsides of steroids to themselves when they're just like, well, I just want to get huge, or it's just like, this is tomorrow me problem, or what?
they can make a lot of money. And also, they all tell themselves, well, Arnold's still alive.
So Arnold obviously wasn't natty.
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course, wasn't natty.
You're breaking my fucking heart right now,
No,
bro.
Dude, they're like, a lot of the guys who did die using steroids are also like, were using other drugs. So like all the wrestlers,
yeah.
like if you're actually healthy. So there's this one guy who's like, you know, if you drink every weekend, like Friday, Saturday for a year, that's as unhealthy as 3 conservative cycles.
What?
Yeah. And I was just like, oh shit.
As unhealthy is a crazy way to like term something too.
Yeah.
It's just such a like, but that doesn't mean that you should be doing either one, but
I know.
that you're just like, well, I'm not going to drink for 3 weeks, so I'll just do 3 conservative cycles.
Like honestly, the payoff, if I were to hypothetically hop on 400 tests, get totally cut, start posting thirst traps, like, you know, use what I have now and become a fitness influencer, I would probably get supplement deals, get tons of like, I'd increase my income 3-fold, and you could make a living off of that. It might be short lived, but like just
Literally.
doing, yeah, just
No, literally
lifting,
short lived,
probably,
bro.
you know, oh my God, this shout out Liver King. Liver King went
I just saw, bro.
yeah.
So what's going on with him? I saw him trying to go to like a fucking, he was trying to eat at like Wendy's or some shit like that. He had never gone to Wendy's before. And then I just saw today that he's like now completely liberated from his conservatorship with his like children who were filming him. And now he's off of a fucking ibogamine trip or ayahuasca or some shit like that. What's he on?
You know, he's talking about Liver King.
Buckets.
I'll get your rebound at the end.
You see how we fucking shot him.
Yeah, so he is talking about Liver King 3.0. So Liver King 1.0 was him on steroids. Liver King 2.0 is him being like, I'm off steroids, but he wasn't off steroids. He was like, it's the funniest thing. He like got off the designer steroids, like Tren and stuff. And then he was like, I'm off steroids. But then he was like, but I'm still on testosterone and HRT and growth hormone. And now he's like Liver King 3, who's now off everything. He did an ayahuasca trip. He hasn't been the same. He's totally taken over his social media and he's claiming like, it's all going to be me. It's all me, nothing fake. His Liver King chef Liver Chef Lyle, who was like his dude who would cook for him. He'd be in all his videos. He's gone.
What?
His wife and kids, you know, he posts with his wife. We don't know what happened to Liver King Rad and Liver Queen.
Oh my God.
I think he's going through a serious, like, and he was in this office. Like, I want to go rescue Liver King.
I don't know, bro. I think that it might be like healthiest for him to kind of slowly step away from the spotlight. You know what I mean? Like, I think he might have had his like a great peak and like, it's so unhealthy for his probably body and mind to be like chasing the relevancy that he had early on with Liver King.
Yeah.
Without being able to rewrite it. I mean, if you can rescue him, take his ass to Ethiopia and fucking find the Ark of the Covenant with him. You know what I mean? That radiation might get him right.
Just send him in and be like, go run in there and tell me what the covenant is.
And then the covenant withers because the radiation coming off of his body, just because of everything he's pumped himself with.
The spray tan. It's a super tan. It protects from radiation.
That's so tough. So you're talking about all these bros who are natty physiques roided up physiques who have these aesthetics that people have built over years, and breaking my heart when I find out guys like Arnold aren't natural. So who in your estimation is the natty physique all-time god? The true natty physique god?
Some professional athletes.
Like John Jones or some shit like that?
No, John Jones isn't even natty. Like, I'd say Francis Ngannou.
Oh yeah, he's a natty beast.
Yeah, he's just a natty beast. David Njoku, on the I don't know who's playing for now.
I think he's still in the Browns.
He's still in the Browns, yeah.
Him, Miles Turner's. I mean, he's up there.
Yeah,
like he's got an insane fucking physique.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
like. The only like natty influencer who's just gone to the dark side, this guy Alex Eubanks, who was like huge like Christ guy, huge like he basically got so much shit from everyone be like, why aren't you hopping on? Why aren't you hopping on? Like he introduced the world to the Trend Twins. The Trend Twins are bigger than him now, so now he's like, I've gone to the dark side, and now he's hopped on.
No,
yeah, it's like.
No,
this is just this microcosm of the internet that I follow that I find amusing. That
it's super amusing.
Nobody follows, but it's pretty wild.
No, it's fucking hilarious. I just want to know why there isn't a space for natty bros to be natty.
Because they don't get the attention, man. Now actually there is a trend of dudes being like trend, yeah, of guys being like 14 years of weightlifting, natural physique. And it's just like dudes who are like,
they just have milk bodies.
Yeah.
They're just in like gross shape.
Yeah. It's more the hard part's the dieting. Cause like, yeah, that's like the hardest part. Like
totally.
If I cut, I'd probably have a decent natty physique.
Yeah. But cutting would probably, I mean, you have to be at an extreme caloric deficit.
Yeah. I mean, that bodybuilding stuff is dangerous. Like getting one bodybuilder was like, his body fat was so little that it hurt for him to walk because it was just skin and bones in his feet.
Oh, his feet? Yeah. It's like your feet don't even carry that much fat anyway.
Think about the pads.
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, that's so fucking tough, bro.
Yeah.
But it's probably the same as like wrestlers and like the way that they cut down and like the things that they do.
No, it's worse than that.
Really?
They're running drugs that like take out fat and like liquid from different parts of their body, like unnaturally.
So where are they getting these drugs from? Like, are they coming from Mexico? Or are they coming across
Mexico.
the border?
Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, you can literally just go to Mexico and buy steroids in Tijuana, and then like
I know you can buy everything. You can get them at like the pharmacia, right? You get them at the fucking local. Just
so I knew this dude who was a military contractor in Iraq, and he was a jack dude, and I met him at a gym. He was like, he'd grown up in the Balkans, and he saw action in the Balkans, and then he was just working in Iraq securing oil fields, and he helped secure the Iraqi hospital, and he just like took all the HGH and T from the pharmacy in the hospital in Iraq, and he had an accent. He was like, Iraq had best steroids. He was like,
they had good shit over there.
He was like, nobody took any of the testosterone HGH in the bottom of the Iraqi hospital. I'm surprised Americans did not take. And he was like, yeah, it was the best shit he ever did.
No way. Just coming out with duffel bags, like fucking walking away like the Joker as it blows up behind you.
Dude, these military contractors don't have to abide by the Geneva Convention. So like, American soldiers, they're not allowed to take trophies. They're not allowed to like all the stuff that came out of Saddam's palace. Technically, like they turned a blind eye to,
right?
But all the furniture and shit.
But like when they went to the like that last scene in Band of Brothers when they go to Hitler's like nest or whatever, and they take all the fucking bottles of wine or whatever. You can't do that shit anymore.
Well, I think you're allowed to if it is the guy who stole from his whole country. So like Saddam, Hitler. Like Stalin never really got raided, but I think you're allowed to.
But you can't take from the hospital.
Yeah, you can't take for the people.
But like, what were they gonna do with the like? Say they like fucked up a hospital. Like, what were they gonna do with the leftover steroids in the basement? You know what I mean? Like, if he had left them there, like, are they expected to destroy them? Are they there for the people to just like?
No, I think like it's one of those things where if he had a commanding officer who like. What was like, you can't do that because that's against military code.
Well, it makes sense that these Balkan bros are fucking roided up to their eyes. I mean, I guess you're saying that the Iraqis had the best shit, but have you ever seen Nikola Jokic's two brothers?
Oh yeah,
they're like 6'8" fucking monsters, and they're so much more jacked than he is. Like he kind of has a bad body, like milk body, natural body, and they're probably just on fucking the best juice. They probably on some delicious juice.
I don't know. That post-Soviet bloc, they were pretty willy-nilly with their shit. Like, because they were, so, you know, the reason why Cuba, so like, for example, Jose Canseco.
Yeah.
His parents were doctors in Cuba. They went to Miami. The doping epidemic in the Soviet Union communist states to like compete in the Olympics was so widespread that Jose Canseco probably learned from his parents who were doctors in Cuba how to dope correctly.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. So I need to have Jose on this podcast.
You should.
Yeah.
You got to have him on
just
here.
Be like, yo, dude, like, how did you get into doping? Like, was it your parents who were Cuban doctors?
Because I'm sure he will want to come clean. Like, well, not be clean, but come clean. You know what I mean? And just like talk about how he got to that point because it was normalized and then it was vilified. You know what I mean? Like in the 80s, when everybody was doing it, it was relatively normal. And then it was like you were fucking blacklisted from the game of baseball for having done it. And now we're getting to a point where maybe it's not fully normalized, but there are people who can be honest about it. And there's people who can take accountability for what they're doing and like rationalize it. I don't know. Are you of the thought that all sports should be like steroids should be legal?
I think they should allow the compounds that help healing and recovery. So those don't necessarily make you more dangerous, bigger, faster, stronger, but they should allow BPC 157, like allow some of the peptides and stuff that allow guys to stay healthy and maintain their contracts, maintain like their ability to play.
That would be amazing.
So that's what the UFC's done. So like, don't let them blast testosterone, like, so that if you're in a fight sport, the NFL, like you could seriously hurt someone and kill them.
Or yourself.
Yeah.
If you just don't know where your threshold for injury is and you're just like throwing your head at somebody.
Yeah.
But
the enhanced games is coming out though.
What's that?
That's basically private equity groups put together a bunch of money and they're just like, blast whatever you want. We're going to see who can run the fastest, who the fastest human ever is. Because all the people in the 100-meter dash who've gone like top 10, like Usain Bolt's number one, but everyone except Usain Bolt has popped for steroids.
Interesting.
So that Italian guy who won recently, he popped for steroids.
Didn't like Tyson Gay back in the day?
Yeah, so
popped, I think.
So they're like, let's like fully blast and see how fucking fast you can go.
No way.
So I'm saying like, yo, Bolt, don't let them break your fucking record. You hop on gear. You'll get paid a shit ton of money by this private equity group and fucking run an 8.5.
Imagine if he was just fucking running in the low eights, dude.
Yeah.
If he's just, because if
He'd be
anyone
better,
could do
yeah.
it, he was just doing it on like a steady diet of pussy.
Yeah.
Like he was just like fucking and doing it. He was just like,
I
go up, not
believe-
stretch.
I kind of believe that he was so natty. He was absolutely natty. He was just such a genetic freak that he could just blow past all these guys.
He's an avatar.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense.
Right.
He's just the product of good fucking, good loving. But meanwhile, one of the fastest dudes in the NFL, fucking Jameson Williams, is getting
Yeah.
popped for fucking Viagra's.
Oh, yeah. That's what they got him for?
Viagra's.
Yeah.
2 games for Viagra.
Well, it's, I mean, Ocho Cinco talked about it.
Yeah.
It circulates your blood.
But it was fine when Ocho Cinco did it, and he could make money on a podcast fucking joking about it. And now Jameson Williams is losing fucking 1/8 of his fucking paychecks because of he wants to do Viagra, or because he was doing some Viagra. I mean, it is helpful, but it's also like, are we over litigating it?
But also, you know, they do this with a couple things. Like Julian Edelman popped, and I once asked him to his face. I was like, they were like, it was an unknown substance. They don't want to tell people what they're actually popping for because they don't want guys to do it because they know it works. You know?
Yeah, but I don't know, bro. That makes me think if it's like an unknown I don't know. So,
So,
does
like,
he
it
even know what he was doing?
So they don't have to say what he was doing. Whatever comes out of his PR teams, like that's how it gets out of what he was doing.
Too much prayer. Too much
Yeah.
prayer and hungry man meals.
Yeah.
Just on the word of God. Just church wine.
Dude, but you know, Viagra, like if you go to the gym off of Viagra, like your bicep pump is insane.
Really?
So yeah, but there's other supplements that,
Is your dick on diamond too, or what?
well, it's probably a little just like, you know,
Chubbed?
yeah, you know,
Dick
flaccid,
chubbed?
but it's yeah, Nick Chubb, but it's not like, you know, you're not just like have a hard on, your blood's just like going everywhere in your body.
But you're just ready to have a hard on.
Yeah.
You don't have one, but
Just
like at the drop of a hat.
When you hit the sauna after you lift, you're going to be pitching a tent with the old dudes.
Yeah, which is, I mean, they probably like it. The old dudes are probably a little bit honored that you're just hard around them.
Yeah.
A
Just
couple
like,
of them have to be in there for some sexual shit.
yeah, that's a New York thing. That happens a lot.
Bro, I've never gone to a bathhouse or anything in New York, and I think that a lot of people enjoy them. It's probably a cheaper way to get a cold plunge than like going to one of the designer cold plunge places.
Yeah.
But I think that there's also probably some dudes in there that are just there for a fucking a suck.
Yeah. No, it's the steam rooms where you can't see anything. That's where it happens. And I've seen it. I've wandered into one. Now I only do saunas. I like to see everyone around me.
Steam rooms are kind of gross too.
Yeah.
Like there's like clearly bacteria being wafted into the air of a steam room. Like I've gone into some steam rooms and came out with like a sore throat. Granted, I just had sucked a guy's dick.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like there's like steam rooms. Like there's I don't know. Just like if you're sick, you're supposed to be going into a steam room like
It's supposed
that.
to be good for your skin.
Yeah.
And actually, now that I think about it, I like saunas because like it clears out my system. Like I have a bit of a cold right now. Sorry if I'm sounding congested. I'm hitting some of that boom boom powder.
What is that?
I would give you one, but
Yeah.
You
You
can't
got a cold
reason.
and it's in your nose. Looks like you're putting a fucking chapstick up your nose right now.
dude, we had the hostage shape guy on, and this shit works. Like, you know how decongestants make you a little like sleepy?
Yes.
I just hit this. And like,
What is it? What is it?
It's just like menthol and mint. It's not like a smelling salt, so it doesn't cause too much damage. Because you know when you rip those smelling salts, you can't smell
Yeah.
for days.
Yeah.
I remember like, it used to be crazy. I couldn't like taste my food either. Like that COVID thing where people couldn't smell.
They were probably just off the salt.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they probably stopped the salts, but like that phenomenon I'd experienced before in like high school and college when you're just ripping too much salts that day.
You just completely sanded down all your systems.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I just went to an ENT yesterday because my shit is crooked as hell, dude. It's fucking brutal. But I don't care aesthetically how it looks. I cannot breathe out of my fucking nose, dude. And it's fucking goes from one nostril to another. I never understood why there's things that swell within your nose and it kind of goes back and forth. They put a camera up my fucking left nostril. The one doctor, there's two doctors there, one of them gasped. It like just, there's just nothing. It just goes like, it's just like a wall there. It's just some shit right in front of it. And I was like, I feel like at night I can't sleep. And I've even joked about this on Son of a Boy Dad that like, I get so little air flow from my nose that if I started mouth taping, if I started doing the gorilla tape and he interrupted me, he's like, no, you'll suffocate. Like you will literally suffocate if you do the gorilla tape with your nose because there's so little fucking airflow coming out of your nostrils.
So what I do, I have a buckled septum. So it's like people have deviate, you know, all the girls who get nose jobs and know how to deviate septum. So that's a deviate septum. So just imagine like one bend. Imagine like a buckled.
Oh, you got this like the zipper, the Zorro?
Yeah, like a Zorro buckle. It goes both ways.
Damn.
So I figured out that I can breathe if I get two nasal strips, one on the bottom, one on the top, and they open it two different ways, and then I can mouth tape. And my oxygen levels from my whoop have gone up so much.
Really?
I wake up faster. It's been huge.
Really?
It's actually making me think I need to like get the surgery.
You need to get the surgery, bro.
Yeah.
Because
Are you gonna get it?
I'm gonna get it.
Do you want to do it together?
Sure, 100%. The doctor is right down the street on Fifth Ave. His name is Dr. Raithatha.
Can you give me a rec?
100%.
I'll go.
Dr. Raithatha. He's fucking. I literally just got a text from them. ENT and Allergy Associates. I have the surgeon. Like I was like, he's a good doctor because I was like, what would you recommend? He's like, I don't have a recommendation. And I was like, okay. For the people you've seen who have had a transformative experience from the surgery, is my nose in line with that? He was like, oh yeah, it's just like that. It's just like, do you want to take the risk of surgery? And I don't want someone recommending surgery, but at the same time, bro, I need this shit. I need to fucking, because I get shit rest. I always feel like I'm sleeping in late. I tried a new nasal strip last night and I fucking woke up at 7, like fucking just like that. Like, it's like I need an extra rest because I'm not getting a full night's sleep. I need to get on the fucking Whoop or the Aura Ring or whatever. Yeah. But I would also take the Afrin. But you know, Afrin's like fucking super addictive.
Yeah.
And like, and it stops working and it can like erode your nasal
Jake
cavity.
Marsh was addicted to that.
That's so crazy that Jake Marsh was addicted to Afrin.
Yeah.
A fucking drug addict, dude. Yes. What's wrong with that dude? Yes. Well, scumbag, bro.
He was announcing he couldn't sound nasally. So he just got, he got hooked.
Yeah, but what is he announcing every night, bro? Fucking
hey, you think you need it just for announcing, and then you need it for a date, and then then you
hey babe, what's going on?
Then you just need it for work.
I swear my shit is kind of nasally. My voice is naturally nasally. I wonder if I do this surgery, my whole shit changes.
Well, remember Tom Brady got a high ass voice after he got a nose job?
Oh yeah.
You remember he's like,
come on, guys.
Yeah, but then he like got low again in the booth.
Yeah, probably because he got a whole other fucking set of nose jobs.
Yeah.
He probably got some good ass fucking aesthetic Miami shit, dude.
So they're saying that the TB12 stuff was just super Giselle high quality anti-aging, like, chemicals, creams, all that shit. Like he was doing PEDs for models, but like the NFL didn't know how to test for them because like, they just never seen this like
these Brazilian models fucking bringing home some insane shit,
like some crazy European anti-aging.
These Brazilians with German last names, so we know what their lineage is, bro. We know where the Bunchen family's coming from,
where the science is.
Yeah, exactly. It's that good ass fucking
dude. It's actually crazy how many expat German communities there are across the world. I ran into one in Namibia.
They're in Namibia?
They're in fucking Namibia. Well, that was like Southwest Africa, German colony, but like,
it was colonized, by the Germans,
but like no one, it doesn't play that big of a role in history of Africa of colonization because it was a very desert, like uninhabited place. Their population density was super low.
I wonder why Germany. It was probably like the last pick in the fantasy draft or some shit. Like, why would they pick the desert nation?
Yeah.
Like, what were there like minerals there, or like was there like
There's
there some-
diamonds.
diamond? Oh, well, there you
Diamonds,
have it.
yeah.
Maybe it was the top pick in the fantasy draft.
Yeah, but I think like no one knew they were there, and they just kind of half-ass found them.
Where should we colonize today? They just went with Namibia. Is it like those towns in Austria?
Yeah.
Where it's like these like people walk around in lederhosen.
Yeah,
with
they
these,
do
like,
Oktoberfest. And
Do they actually?
Windhoek?
No, they don't.
Windhoek.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, they do Oktoberfest in Windhoek. They go hard.
What?
Yeah.
That's fucking sick, honestly.
Yeah, but who knows what type of science they got in Brazil from the escape.
Oh my god, they probably have. I mean, that's probably the top scientists went there. The top dogs probably.
They went
over
to
there.
NASA, and then when they gave everything to NASA, then they went to
Yeah, Wernher Von Braun.
yeah.
That's in Huntsville, Alabama, right?
Yes.
My cousin's husband moved down there, and he opened up a hot dog stand called Wernher Von Braun in Huntsville, and it's very lucrative. If anyone's in Huntsville, check out Wernher Von Braun. It's fucking great hot dogs, from what I hear. I haven't visited yet.
That's
but
their Colonel Sanders.
Wernher Von Braun. It would be dope, bro. Fucking-
A physics looking like Colonel Sanders face on the
yeah,
front.
they need a mascot. Honestly, I need to tell him that. Fucking, they need a fucking mascot
odd symbols.
and like a fucking little Hitler stash on him or whatever. Did Wernher Von Braun? What did he look like?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
He probably looked like I don't know. I think they really were looking for him, so he might have disguises.
Yeah, right. He just did blackface or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, he was a handsome bro. This is what he looked like.
Oh,
A debonair young gentleman with the
Wait.
globe and the tie. Interesting.
what did that guy learn from Ethiopia?
Yeah, what Aryan ideas did he foster from Ethiopia?
Actually, it would be fucking insane if like nukes, they like found the Covenant and they figured out, oh my god, this is a nuclear reactor, took it back to Germany, and then like America captured them before they figured it out,
right.
and then like brought it back, and like Oppenheimer figured out what they were doing.
That would make sense, because that was a massive leap in technology. That's like Oppenheimer was on some Indiana Jones type shit. Who was just saying that they're trying to denuclearize? Was Trump saying that? They're trying to like
Who?
denuclearize the world?
Well, apparently the nukes nowadays, and this is from Neil deGrasse Tyson, aren't as dirty as they used to be. So they'll explode huge circumferences of blasts, but they won't do like the nuclear winter shit, because the nuclear particles won't swirl around. It's going to be a big bang, but there's not going to be the fallout.
So just everybody at the time dies, but like you can just come in the next day and fucking
Yeah.
pick up all the steroids they left behind or whatever.
The nuclear steroids.
Yeah, just raid the nuclear. Bro, imagine Sam Sulek on some steroids that were found at a nuclear test site.
Then you're the Hulk.
He literally would be the Hulk.
That would
He
be
would
the
just
Hulk.
be fucking popping out, but still calm as hell.
Yeah.
I wonder how he maintains his calm with that much testosterone running through his body.
I mean, I think he'd probably, imagine if he just takes a shit ton of Xanax.
Yeah.
He's
He's on the perfect cocktail.
I mean, if he's so unhealthy with the steroids, I wouldn't imagine. Well, that's how Rich Piana went out.
Who?
Opioids.
Who's this?
Rich Piana.
I don't know, Rich.
Oh,
Piana.
you'd know him if you saw him.
Really?
He's like a freak of nature.
He's a
like,
swole god.
he is Rich Piana. He's an American bodybuilder. You've probably seen him before. He's just synthol.
Oh damn, he looks like fucking
Scary.
Yeah, he's familiar looking, but bro's. I mean,
Yeah, he
his
looks
body
like
looks
a
great.
video game character.
Yeah,
That's all oil.
What? Oh, it's like
It's like inject like the Indian dudes
Yes.
on Instagram who are
who
just
will like only inject the bicep.
Yeah.
It's so funny when they don't inject evenly to try and make it look like they have a jacked arm. They just have like a fucking big ass.
they're like,
bicep.
that's just a tumor on your arm, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
man.
just some fucking vegetable oil sitting on your arm.
Yeah.
Preposterous.
But back to the nose thing. Why have I not got? I haven't gotten the surgery done just in case I fight another Rough and Rowdy.
Yeah, the recovery they said is tough, or it's also just
No, also it's just like you're
If you-
gonna re-break it.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And then it's tougher to put back together again.
Yeah, so I have to officially retire from boxing. And
So it just if whether Tate or who else were you saying?
Just
Arian or
Big T.
or Big T. Yeah. Any of those would be great.
Just wanted the smoke from someone. No one's taking me up on it. Tate, I did a show with Nate.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, so I was just like, how do we get people to listen to this? So
It was a
like,
good blog. I clicked on the blog for real.
Well, it was just promo for the blog. It was just promo for the show.
Right.
And everyone's like, this blog sucks. I was like, so I clickbaited the fuck out of everybody. I still would. Tate, honestly, if you want to like ride this out as much as you can, a month of Rough and Rowdy pump up after you get to New York, you get a check, I'll be a good dance partner.
You put him on some steroids.
Yeah. They'll
Put him on the right cocktail.
I'll put you on the right cocktail to make it look good.
Nicky Smokes hit me up about trying to set up Tate versus Nate on Rough and Rowdy, which is, leaves you out in the cold.
Damn.
But I don't know if that's a better fight or.
Well, yeah, Tate's dodging.
Tate's ducking.
Actually, I was out in LA with Tate, and he was like a great dude.
Yeah, didn't you guys have a good time?
Yeah, we had a great time, and then he was trying to get me fired. I was like, what the fuck? He was like, apparently like from what the guys told me, and they might just be winding me up.
They might wind you up.
They're just like, yeah, Tate was like talking about how he was gonna like fuck you up and like wreck your shit. Anyway, the whole fighting thing has blown up a little unusually so. So like
It's the bots.
We're gonna look into some stuff because the interactions on some of this stuff is highly unusual.
Then you take the check, or I don't know. It might even be covered by fucking insurance if you get the nose shit.
Yeah.
It might be nice, bro. Imagine just sleeping like a fucking baby. I've heard some people say that it literally changed their life. Like I've talked to people saying it changed their fucking consciousness. The amount of oxygen they've got to their brain.
Holy shit.
They're like they're at an elevated level of consciousness.
Dude.
See what you've been able to do at this level of consciousness, and then imagine if you fucking elevate. If you open up the top 3 floors of the building.
Presidency. Those fuckers are still running, and I've seen their debates. That would have been insane, dude.
Imagine if they just, what if that was just like all Biden needed was to just get like nose surgery, and he was like back with it like that. If he was just sharp as fuck again, if he had just got his nose fixed.
Yeah.
Maybe they all just need to get their noses fixed, and then they'll just be fucking harmonious, living in a utopian
remember when
society.
Trump used to sniff? He said,
"Oh yeah,
hey, maybe he's got a nose. Maybe he got the nose job.
Maybe he got it. He used to always fucking sniff."
Do you remember how much energy you had in high school?
Yeah.
Like wake up, 5:30, bus, lift, school, practice, home, dinner, homework, go to bed at 12, wake up at 5:30, and that was just life.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that anymore.
Yeah, you would really have to condition yourself to it, or you just would be like this afternoon yawn guy, which are brutal. The afternoon yawn guys who are just like, what time is it? Yeah. Just like that fucking. I guess they're just tired for a reason because they've been doing shit all day, but it's hard to keep that level of energy up.
Yeah.
Maybe you're no surgery away though.
Maybe now I'm talked into it. It'll keep me out the ring.
Dr. Raitata.
It will end my boxing career.
I don't want to end your boxing career. I think you got one more fucking.
I do. I got one more in me.
You have one more in you.
The worst thing is I've just been like hitting the bag for like 4 years now. Has it been?
Yeah.
Just like waiting.
You're probably better. You're probably a better fighter than you were. You probably
better.
Have more precise power.
Yeah. I just would need to get in shape. Honestly, it wouldn't even take that long.
Did you see that Nate Diaz and fucking Brendan Schaub are like going back and forth?
Oh yeah. Brendan Schaub saying that they should like fight in person,
one-on-one, bro.
But I think didn't Nate Diaz and Masvidal, they recently had a boxing match.
Oh yeah, for pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Not just one-on-one for some random shit.
Yeah, that's maybe that's what Nate's trying to do with Brendan Schaub for money, but I don't think Schaub's about it. But Tyson's fighting Paul.
Yeah, that's coming up this month. I cannot believe that's happening. I thought that they called that off under the guise of there being a slight medical problem. He probably already got like half the bag, and they're like, "Hey, we need you to fucking do this." And he's like, I think it's gonna be done after one round.
Well, I just saw some video of Tyson. He looks like he's moving pretty well. The problem that he had.
How long is the video?
It's very short.
Yeah, bro.
The problem he had was hemorrhoids.
No, really?
Yeah. So
Just pop those things, bro.
So I think that was the problem, which would be something you could easily recover for and not really have a problem with.
Well,
If that's all it was.
if that's all it was.
Yeah. They had to like land a plane because like, actually that makes sense because the pressure.
Oh, his shit was swelling up like
Yeah.
a fucking hot air balloon on his asshole.
But he was moving. You know, the thing is, if he catches Jake with one of those,
But that's the story of any fight. Like
Yeah.
if you catch someone, like
but
that's
it's Tyson.
yeah.
The
that's
the last thing to go is the power. If he like, you know, and Jake Paul's like pretty slow for his size, like relative to other boxers.
true. Yeah.
But
What happened with he lost to Tommy Fury?
yeah. Yeah.
Man, I would love to see. There's nothing I'd love more than Tyson to win that, but I have so little faith.
Yes.
I have so little faith that he can, and I feel like he wants to get out of it, but there's probably too much money on the line. But it would be so fucking sweet if he could catch him.
Well, honestly, Jake Paul, for the sake of everybody, should just, if he's really that bad, just let him dance. You know?
yeah, bro.
Just, yeah.
Throw jabs, keep distance, fucking.
Yeah. Just win the fight. Let him last.
Put on a show.
Yeah. Don't knock out Tyson in front of the world. No one
That's so mean to knock out a 60-year-old dude.
Yes. Yeah.
That's mean, bro.
Yeah. It's mean.
That's elder abuse.
But like, you don't know. As someone, I've committed elder abuse.
yeah, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah. It's not, it's like,
And also, like, what if he tries to like dance and then like leaves the door open in like the third round, and Tyson's like, I can fucking beat this guy, and then he does catch him with one because he's just trying to like fucking put on a show and fucking
Yeah.
make it look fun.
then he gets knocked out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what if he? So you have to make it definitive because it's fighting.
Protect yourself at all times.
I guess.
Well, that's why I thought Jose Canseco was going to kill me. Looking back, knowing what I knew now, if I had the intel that I knew now that he like wasn't taking it seriously, wasn't training, was like didn't spar
Counting
once,
his money. Yeah.
counting his money, then I would have, you know, he should have never been in the ring. But anyway,
Definitely not.
Yeah.
But so what would you have done differently? Would you have danced with him a little bit, or would you have gone for a fucking knockout blow right away?
I would have danced with him a little bit to like line up a knockout.
So now you have to be thinking that, well, it's not like Jake Paul is studying your Canseco tape
Well,
and like listening to
Well,
this.
if anyone has beat up a 60-year-old man in
Right.
the influencer boxing world,
You set the precedent
I
of
said-
boxing entertainment.
you don't want to do that to Mike Tyson.
Right.
Because people like Mike Tyson.
Yeah, more than that. Like Canseco was a
Yeah.
villain.
Yeah.
But so you need to somehow put like, you need to get the tape out to Jake Paul and be like, okay, Jake, like this is what I would have done in your situation. Or
Yeah.
if you were in my situation, he doesn't want it. Dance around, set up the knockout. Don't let him crumble in the first round and sit down in the corner.
Yeah.
I wonder, is there are there bonuses the deeper that Tyson goes into the fight?
No one's allowed to see the contracts. That's the hard thing about these Jake Paul fights, because Hasim Rahman Jr., who's supposed to fight when Tommy Fury originally dropped out, he was like, fuck this contract, this fight's not happening. He had an 80% rehydration clause. There's like old boxing tricks that the Paul brothers have used that to like make these fights look good, whether it was like the weight difference between him and Logan Paul, whether it was like, you know, the Tyson Woodley, there's rehydration clauses. There's like little tricks that
Probably
they
just regular steroids that they're using.
yeah.
Like they got to be using steroids. They're basically down in Cuba.
Well, yeah, they're in Puerto Rico.
Right,
They're a
exactly.
boat ride away.
Yeah, a short boat ride,
And-
bro.
Dude, there's definitely the same pharmacias.
Yeah, what, bro? You could definitely get some great shit down there.
And no federal or state income tax.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
These guys are having a blast down there.
They're blasting.
They're
Dude.
they're letting it the fuck up.
Oh man,
Damn, brother.
crazy.
Where are we at on time?
I
Good.
think we can wrap it. We're at about an hour.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, how long do you usually go?
We go hour, a little more.
I keep going. Whatever
the
you
only
want to
thing-
do.
the
I
only
don't have
thing-
shit to do.
I got a little clip farming I like to do.
Hit me.
Well, it's where I just like
Yeah, let's do some clip farming.
So there's a war on Bitcoin going on right now. So basically, a paper from the Minneapolis Federal Reserve Bank has said that Bitcoin should be banned because it's unfair. That's their basis.
Welcome to financial institutions, dude.
Yes.
And also, is it a surprise at all that the banks are the ones trying to fucking stop Bitcoin? The people who have like fiat are like,
Yeah.
or all their worth is wrapped up in fungible currency. That now they're the ones that want Bitcoin to be fucking wiped out. That's so fucking obvious.
But the craziest thing about their reasoning is because they want Bitcoin banned because it doesn't allow governments to run in deficits. So if a government runs up their spending and overspends to their taxes, then they can't equate the value lost, and technically they can't rob the people of their savings through inflation by printing money when they're in a deficit.
What do you mean I have to have the money I'm spending?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fucking preposterous.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous.
I swear to God, I'm good for it. Fucking just take my word for it.
Yeah, so
Crackhead behavior.
Bitcoin should be taxed or banned to help government maintain deficits. It's ridiculous. There's like, oh, this is a safety against inflation. That means it's bad for the government. And also their other point is that the people who bought in early will always have a inequitable wealth to people who got in late, even if everyone gets into Bitcoin. And
Yeah.
it causes a wealth inequality that is at its basis unfair, and we should ban it because of that.
You know what else causes wealth inequality? Capitalism.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wealth inequality is sewn into the fabric of America and just any capitalistic society from the fucking jump, dude. That's just how it is.
Yeah. So Bitcoin,
And it's like, it could be like, I mean, if you want to call it a meritocracy, I guess getting in early, like there's merit to that. But at the same time, like, it's just the opportunity of it. But like starting a new industry and being the first person who invested in Starbucks or some shit like that, that like, why does it behoove people? Why should there be like a onus on people to make it fair for any time you get in? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, basically they're saying that the governments are going to continue to rack up debt and cause inflation, and only the people who hold the most Bitcoin are going to be, lucrative, and everyone else is going to get screwed more than if everyone didn't have Bitcoin.
So who are they suing?
They're not suing anybody. They're just telling the government to ban it. It's caused the price to like take a little tank today.
Oh, really?
So
Little dipski?
it's crazy, but
It's not going to work.
yeah, I mean, that would cause, it's ridiculous. Bitcoin Twitter is all getting pissed off about it. What else is in the news? Tua refuses to wear a Guardian cap.
Dude, I saw that. It wouldn't protect him after the fact, but it would protect against his next concussion, and his next concussion could fuck him.
I mean, realistically, the damage that Tua has is so ridiculous because he's broken down to the point where if he was a boxer, he has a bad chin. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yes, easy to knock out.
He's easy to knock out now. So it's kind of like, dude, you have the money. I know you want to play football till you die. He literally said it. He was like, I love the sport till I die.
Yeah, well, that might be sooner than you think, bro.
Put on a Guardian cap just for the Band-Aid, that it makes people think it is a Band-Aid to the problem, but also just like it makes people feel a little better watching you. Do it for the fans.
So it would prevent his next knockout, or it could slow down his next knockout.
Kind of.
Why? So why is he trying to be a tough guy about it?
It's personal opinion. It's personal choice.
I bet it's his dad, bro.
His dad's just like, you can't put on one of those condoms.
You're gonna be a pussy. Don't do it, son. His
I mean,
fucking Hawaiian.
We used to call those things like helmet condoms.
Yeah.
So he doesn't believe in protection. He
Right.
does, like he's probably one of these guys. He's a devout. It's probably against his religion.
Yeah, safe sex is great sex though, too.
He has 3 kids, and he's a devout Christian. So I see why he isn't wearing it.
He doesn't know how to pull out. He's just fucking in there dumping dumping loads into fucking a concussed brain, dude. It sucks, man. I don't want him to. There has to be like a cool player to do it first. There has to be someone cool as fuck. It's got to be like when like the young NBA players are painting their nails and shit like that. You know how Jared McCain painted his nails and everybody's like, what's wrong with these fucking guys? And then now people are painting their nails. Now people don't give a fuck as much anymore. There has to be like a young player who's just like, yeah, I'm going to protect my brain. I don't care.
They got to mandate them.
Yeah, that'll also probably happen. It doesn't look that bad, bro.
Yeah.
Who's the dude on the Colts has it? A couple guys has it. A couple guys wear it. Genty, he's got to wear it. The dude from fucking Boise State.
Oh yeah.
If he wears it, bro, everyone will wear it. He's next up.
I mean, what they got to do? His Mike Myers stance is insane.
So sick. Do you see Jahmyr Gibbs was doing it?
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs started doing the Mike Myers.
I mean, one thing they got to do is they got to honestly change the helmet, make it all soft shell, because that literally. So the game when they first implemented the hard shell helmet.
Yeah.
And we've clipped this before, Nikki Quinn. There's this hilarious video of them like having the hard shell helmet hitting their head against like the stone gates that all these old Ivy League fields have.
Yeah.
So it's a bunch of dudes from Yale just like, oh my God, we're geniuses. Look. And they're hitting their head against like their stone stadium. That's like the nicest stadium in America at that time. And they're like, look, this is genius. Now we won't crack our skulls while playing football because our skulls will be protected. Meanwhile, the repercussions is that it just rattles your brain in your head, but they're like seeing no visible damage.
Right. The guys who probably did the tests probably are just like have like fierce CTE going on, but they're just doing the tests like fucking Elon using an AK on a fucking Cybertruck or whatever. Like, look what we could do now. But I think that football uniforms look inherently goofy. Like football uniforms look like a little bit silly, you know? Like who gives a fuck if it looks a little more silly? Like it doesn't look so badass that like you can't fucking, but what looks really badass, rugby players wearing no pads. And you guys aren't going to fucking do that. And football might be safer if people didn't wear pads. You might not think that your helmet's a fucking weapon. So just put the fucking right amount of padding on things so you can protect yourself and so they don't rob the game we love from us.
Honestly, if you took away all the pads, players would be more marketable, more NIL deals.
Yes, it's like basketball. Let me see your face. I don't know what half these NFL players look like, bro. You might not be able to pick a bro out of the like. There's probably starting quarterbacks that people in their own city don't recognize because they got a helmet on every time.
I mean, Genty, I can't picture his face right now.
I don't know what he looks like.
I can picture his stance.
I picture his stance. I picture his fucking helmet, his visor, whatever. Fucking, I don't know what he looks like.
Exactly. Well, I think that wraps it for today.
No more engagement farming?
We could do a little more engagement farming. Zach Bryan and Brianna broke up. Sad.
Wait. Zach Bryan and Brianna broke up. I feel like I heard a story one time that you low key like almost introduced them or something.
No,
like that.
So apparently they'd met each other and took a picture at the Country Music Awards. But I took Brianna to her first Zach Bryan concert.
What does that mean?
So long story. So Zach canceled a show in New York during COVID. He did a pop-up show at a bar. Yeah. I was a fan. I was like, yo, dude, I DM'd him like, don't know if you can get this DM before you start the show. Love to come watch you. I got in and then his manager's like, yo, shout out Jay Cisco. Jay's the fucking man. He was like, yo, meet Zach. I was like, yo, what's up, man? Thanks so much for having me. Like, you're an awesome artist. Then like, he blew up huge. Like huge.
Yeah.
And he was at Forest Hills and Jay Cisco's like, yo, we're in town. Would you like tickets? I was like, absolutely, man. Like, thanks so much. Like he's now so much bigger than I am. And I ever was.
Yeah, of course.
Yo, like that would be sick. So then he's like, oh, one of the girls on our crew are huge Brianna fans. Like, would you invite her? And I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely. So then Brianna invited Josh, him, we had an awesome concert. We went on stage to sing Revival, Josh, Brianna, and I, and then they started dating shortly after that.
What?
So I never actually saw them both. No, I did backstage. So yeah, they did meet while I was there, but like.
So you were there for the ground floor.
I was there for the ground floor.
Damn. Did you know it would turn into all this?
I don't know. I mean,
I can't scroll my TikTok without some fucking woman at her house just being like, here's the tea on the Brianna chicken fry and Zach Bryan.
I'm not getting into that. I wish the both
600,000 fucking likes.
I wish the best for both of them. I should make a fucking TikTok.
You should, bro.
Just be like, yo, I was there. They met. I don't want to do that. It's not worth it.
Clip this.
I rather have, the relationship I have with either of them than TikTok likes. But
well, be careful, bro. He might cheat on you.
no, I mean,
you can cut that if you want.
Honestly, love the music. Love the music.
Hell yes.
Yeah. Well, that's coming on.
That's good. That's good engagement farming.
That
bro.
is engagement farming. Now that's just a segment, just clip farming, engagement farming. We've been doing it for the past couple episodes. It's been working.
Oh, that shit works for sure.
Literally,
bro.
I mean, so many people at the Ohio States, like it was literally, we're like, okay, now for clip farming. Ohio State, I'll fight him in Rough and Rowdy. And now everyone's just pissed online.
That's so funny.
I mean, I've challenged, so we marked it up. I've challenged 17 people to Rough and Rowdy.
No one will take it.
Including the Taliban.
And they don't want it?
They don't want it. I was like, literally.
Free flight to New York for the Taliban.
I will literally box anyone in the Taliban. Anybody. Because I saw them lifting when they invaded. Remember that one clip
nasty.
of them?
They were on the monkey bars.
Yeah.
They're on the jungle gym.
I was like, dude, I'd piece up any of these dudes.
No, you have to fight two of them.
At the same time?
Yeah.
Or back to back?
No, it's the same
time.
Same time. That would be a more fair fight.
Okay. They got to equal me in weight, though.
Any two Taliban within 20% of equal weight of Billy.
But they have to be from Afghanistan.
Yeah, no fucking, no one from like Minnesota that was like, I fucking hate my parents, I'm joining up. No bullshit like that.
Yeah, just real Taliban.
We need them to have been malnourished from an early age.
All right, that's our show. Please interact with the pod. Subscribe to the YouTube. Thank you guys so much for listening. Hope you guys enjoy your day. Thank you, crackheads, crack maidens.
Correct.
And have a good one.
Daddy used to knock them down, yeah, and I should have known not to mess around with the nightlife or the bright lights or the women who won't be my wife. He told me, Sonny, leave them vices on the shelf. Oh, but the dogs